I get really interested in scalable proposals, examples of what the private sector is doing that is really addressing the challenges, in particular, of their lowest paid employees.
It's really important that we think about the impact that private sector businesses can have, in particular, on assisting people who are struggling to get by.
Small businesses nationwide, including many JCN members, are voluntarily boosting their pay and benefits for their workers. Many others have implemented employee training programs that help their employees quickly move up the pay scale. Still others are allowing flexible schedules and other employee perks. These small business actions are not performed out of altruism. They are rational actions taken by small businesses to help their workers who help their companies' bottom lines.
When asking women why they haven't re-entered the workforce, they often state that they don't have the flexibility to also watch their kids or have no daycare options because, unfortunately, women are overrepresented in child care facilities in terms of being workers there. And so it's like a double whammy. You're out of a job, you don't have daycare for your kid, and rates are shooting up.
For my constituents, the cost of childcare is a huge issue. Childcare deserts, even before the pandemic, 60% of families couldn't find childcare that met their needs. So I was wondering, Ms. Wu, if you can explain how access to care, including childcare, supports both the businesses and the workers.
At Microsoft, we have thought about this a lot, and a lot of it is thinking about equity and participation in the workplace because we recognize lack of childcare disproportionately impacts women. I think we all saw that firsthand in the pandemic. Microsoft, we sort of see it in a continuum. It's childcare, it's also paid leave, it's flexibility at work.
What we've learned through the pandemic is not just did we see a large percentage of women leaving the workforce, but their ability to return was reduced in large part because of the number of child care providers that closed down. We have 2 5-star child care centers at SAS that has done a tremendous amount in their ability to bring individuals back to the workforce, being able to retain workers because of that benefit.
What really moves the needle? What can demonstrate that, doing good also means doing well? That doing right by employees, maybe helping them a little bit more than might be intuitive with a step up is actually really good business.
Through our efforts, over 40 states, including Delaware, have passed legislation almost always on a bipartisan basis, allowing companies to incorporate as benefit corporations. Companies become B Corps because it allows them to be purpose-driven and at the same time create and run very successful businesses. Patagonia has been in the news recently for its founders' generosity and commitment to fighting climate change, but they are also an incredibly successful company with over $1 billion in annual sales. Patagonia provides comprehensive health insurance to even part-time employees, flexible working schedules, paternity leave, on-site childcare for both its corporate headquarters as well as its distribution center, and more. These practices have led to a 4% staff turnover rate, which is significantly less than the retail and consumer product sector average of 13%.
We need to be able to equip, regardless of what the job is, individuals with some level of digital fluency, even if it's foundational data analytics skills. You look at some of the certificates from Google in cybersecurity and data analytics. Having gone through one of those certificates myself, it's fairly rudimentary, but it's foundational being able to take the next step, and that's what leads to your ability to be competitive as an individual or to take advantage of some of those jobs in this economy.
Every industry is a tech industry now, and whether you're in food service, healthcare, teaching, you are going to need those technology skills. You're going to need to use these tools. So some of the things we've been talking about earlier about how do we make sure that people have these lifelong learning opportunities to keep adding those skills no matter what field they're in, that's absolutely something we think about and we think all companies should think about and frankly government should think about. We need to plan ahead and look ahead to make sure workers are prepared for the jobs of tomorrow.